The mysterious ally. In the dense woods of Massachusetts, a flash of light lit up the night sky, followed by a low, thunderous rumble. The sound echoed through the quiet forest as trees trembled under the force of an otherworldly crash. The source of the disturbance, a sleek, silver vessel, lay half buried in the earth, smoke curling into the air. From its broken hull emerged a blue-skinned, squid-like creature, its shimmering skin glowing faintly in the moonlight. Sebastian had landed on Earth. He had observed the humans from afar, intrigued by their passion, their conflicts, and their endless pursuit of liberty. This particular corner of the planet, North America, had captured his attention. A fierce struggle for independence had begun, and the people, the so-called patriots, fought against a mighty empire for the chance to govern themselves. For a peaceful being like Sebastian, the notion was both alien and fascinating. But now, stranded and far from his ship's intended destination, he found himself in the midst of this revolution. Sebastian's long, slender limbs moved swiftly as he limped away from the wreckage, his form a silhouette against the glow of the dying fire. He did not have long. His injuries were minor, but his craft was irreparable. If he stayed too long, he would surely be discovered by the inhabitants of this world. The sound of rustling leaves broke the silence. Sebastian froze, his large, iridescent eyes scanning the trees. From the underbrush, a man emerged, disheveled, carrying a musket. He was dressed in worn, homespun clothes, a simple farmer by the look of him, yet the hard determination in his eyes spoke of someone ready for war. The man stopped dead in his tracks, eyes wide as he took in the sight of the creature before him. Sebastian slowly raised one of his tentacle-like appendages, his mind reaching out to the humans.
Do not fear.
I mean no harm. The man's heart pounded in his chest, his grip tightening on the musket, but the voice in his head, calm and soothing, held him in place. What are you? He whispered, barely able to speak. My name is Sebastian. I come from a place far from here, and I am in need of your help. The man, whose name was Samuel, swallowed hard. He had never seen anything like Sebastian before, but something about the creature's plea resonated with him. These were times of desperation. The colonies were on the brink of war, and strange things were no stranger to the people anymore. Samuel nodded cautiously, his fear slowly giving way to curiosity. For weeks, Samuel and his small family hid Sebastian in their barn, shielding him from the prying eyes of British soldiers and curious neighbors. In return, Sebastian offered his help. He repaired the family's broken tools with his knowledge of alien engineering, and when young Mary fell ill, Sebastian used his advanced healing abilities to save her life. The family came to trust him, seeing in him not a monster, but a friend. As the conflict between the colonies and the British Crown intensified, Samuel confided in Sebastian about the Patriot struggle. The alien listened, fascinated by the humans' determination to break free from what they saw as tyranny. One night, as they sat by a dim lantern in the barn, Samuel spoke with a quiet intensity. The British, they're tightening their grip. More soldiers are arriving. Our people are losing hope, Sebastian. If we can't gain the upper hand soon, this rebellion will be crushed before it even starts. Sebastian had witnessed many civilizations in his travels across the stars, but there was something unique about these humans. Their fight for freedom, their belief in the right to govern themselves, stirred something in him. He had no desire to interfere with the natural progression of this planet's history, yet he found himself wanting to help these people who had shown him such kindness. I could assist you, Sebastian said, his voice echoing in Samuel's mind. I have knowledge, technology that could give your people an advantage. But I must remain hidden. Samuel leaned forward, eyes wide. What kind of technology? Sebastian extended one of his appendages and activated a small device from his damaged ship. In the air between them, a holographic map of the surrounding area appeared, complete with the positions of British forces. Samuel stared in awe. How did you get this? I can scan the area using my remaining equipment, Sebastian explained. I know where the British forces are, and I can communicate with your leaders without them ever seeing me. If you trust me, I can help you avoid unnecessary battles, perhaps even win key skirmishes." Samuel nodded slowly, his mind racing. This could change everything. Over the next few months, the Patriots began to receive strange but accurate intelligence. British supply lines were disrupted, ambushes were set with precision, and the morale of the rebels slowly grew as they began to win smaller, strategic victories. Rumors of a mysterious bluecoat ghost spread among the soldiers, though none could explain this sudden turn of fortune. Sebastian remained hidden, watching from the shadows as the war progressed. His mind often wandered to the greater questions of freedom and justice. What did it mean for these humans to fight for liberty when they still held others in chains? How could they claim justice while committing their own injustices? Yet, despite the contradictions, he saw in them a potential, a drive that could one day lead them to a better future if they could survive this war. As the conflict wore on, Sebastian grew closer to Samuel's family, feeling a bond he had never known before. In these humans, he saw both the best and worst of what sentient life could become. They were flawed, but their ideals, freedom, equality, self-determination, were worth something. When the day came that Sebastian had to leave, his repairs on his ship finally complete, Samuel stood with him in the barn, sadness in his eyes. "Will you ever return?" Samuel asked. Sebastian hesitated. "I do not know, but your people, they have the power to shape their own future. You do not need me." Samuel nodded, though his expression was bittersweet. "Thank you, my friend." As Sebastian's ship rose into the night sky, disappearing into the stars, the American Revolution raged on below. The Patriots would continue their fight, and though Sebastian's role in their victories would remain a secret, his influence had already taken root. And as the humans of Earth took their first steps toward independence, Sebastian watched from afar, hopeful for what they might one day become.